Houston. The Rockets have lost 4 of their and Josh Okogie. Mike Conley will get the start for the and we are underway in Houston. This is just the 16th home game for Houston, the fewest home games played in the NBA. They're 12-3 at Toyota Center, including that loss that DB just mentioned last night against the Thunder. Guarded by McDaniels, a terrific defender, and we see it on display, getting the DiVincenzo launches and cans a three-pointer. He's off to a great start this year.
So it didn't look like they had much juice or verve, but then all of a sudden really playing good basketball.
17-6 in their last 23. Durant using the Şengün screen, and he's doubled. Şengün not a threat to shoot, so he takes it in and missed the layup, affected by Gobert. And now DiVincenzo with a lob to McDaniels and a 5-0 start for the Wolves.
The 2 possessions Chris Finch has liked is the pace his group is playing with. Boy, you score like that, takes a lot of pressure off you in the half court.
No look, Şengün. DiVincenzo rising to block Thompson. Thompson gets it back and finishes, though.
Okay, well, Dante in the NBA. How about that initial defense by Dante?
Minnesota's 8th in the league in defensive rating, 6th in offense. McDaniels 3 spins out. 9 defensively. They're actually 4th in offensive rating, but it's been a miserable 2 weeks on that end of the floor. And the knock away by Gobert. McDaniels against Durant. Stripped by KD. Durant, an underrated defender with the takeaway. And Okogie missed the dunk. There's Julius Randle with his first shot attempt.
He gets below the free throw line, folks. He's going either shoulder on that.
Randle 22 points per game. 3 points per game better than last year, his first in Minnesota. Turnover Houston. Randle up the court and challenged by Durant.
That's 2 layups Kevin Durant has saved.
Şengün spinning on Gobert. He comes up short, got it back, and Şengün able to finish. An all-star, even better for Şengün this season, just 23 years old. Pocket pass to Gobert, bumped off the spot by Şengün. 3 minutes gone by, Minnesota leading by 3. And a foul called on McDaniels, colliding with Şengün. That's the first on either team.
Well, I was wondering about an illegal screen.
Minnesota, game 2 of a 4-game road trip. They'll be in San Antonio tomorrow. The Spurs are up on Minnesota by a game in the conference standings. Şengün. Houston just 2 for 9 from the floor. McDaniels trying to shake Durant. Again, good defense. Randle, who's played in every game this season, said it's a goal of his to play 82 again this year. He did back in 2018, and he talks to the Rocket bench after the bank in from deep. Thompson down low, Şengün bumped by Gobert. And Şengün able to power that one up and in.
This is a guy who is very trying to catch his rhythm. Had 5 turnovers the last game, but boy, he will bury you deep in the post and use great touch.
DiVincenzo off the back rim. Amen Thompson averaging 5 points per game more than he did last year. It's year 3 for Thompson. Still working on his shot as Gobert strips Durant. Ahead to Randle, and he'll take it all the way and slam it down, and it's 12-6 Minnesota.
Again.
Already forced 3 turnovers, 3 blocks, and 3 steals for Minnesota in the first 4.5 minutes. And a foul called on Randle.
Playing off their defense.
You mentioned earlier that offensively they're 6th in the NBA, and that's a big reason why they create turnovers. As Durant can't get that one, but Şengün with the tip in. Durant has yet to score. Screen set for McDaniels. Gobert rolls. McDaniels puts it up. No. Knocked out of bounds.
Told us that he is day-to-day with a return in the near future, but even in his absence, this team is playing like some of their best basketball. Nasri told me they are 6-1 in January because of 2 words that their play is predicated on in the league. He said, we trust one another, we're finding one another, and we're building and holding each other accountable.
Start for this team. But they're playing without a point guard for long stretch. As brilliant a player as he is, there are some things he doesn't do when the defense is loaded up and staring at him initially.
Here's Durant, who committed a foul on the other end and hits a three. No, he wants to play. As Angel mentioned, he'll be back soon. It is possible we could see him tomorrow night. Randall's three off the side of the rim. And last year, getting some run as a point guard. You touched on Minnesota's lack of point guard play. Houston, with Van Vliet's injury, needs the minutes from Davison. As Durant hits again, he's got 5 points.
If Davison being in the lineup is maybe because Ime is coming to the realization that his team might need to play some traditional minutes with the traditional point guard. And he's a fearless young man, and he's more natural at the position than Amen Thompson, who has gotten a lot of run there.
Gobert with the block on Şengün. It's batted right back to him. And then Smith's three off target. McDaniels, who has 7 points already, gets the rebound. Gobert in transition. Missed the layup, but the tip-in is good.
Boy, that Dante, you've got to know he can catch it with very little vision. And then the little dump down to Rudy, that is nicely done.
Gobert unavailable on Tuesday against Milwaukee. Had too many flagrant fouls, and from here on out, every flagrant foul he gets will be another suspension. So he has to be careful as Smith blocks McDaniels, kept alive by Conley. Shot clock down to 5. Randall trying to create space, spinning. There's the fall away, but well defended by Smith. Picked up by McDaniels, gets it away in time before the shot clock expires.
Tough man, timing to change his body. He might have been on the deck with that Randall push.
Conley bats it out of play. 11 to shoot for Houston in 2022.
Julius will bully a lot of guys, and a lot of guys bigger than him. That was really impressive individual defense.
Clint Capella checking in. He did not play the last 2 games as Smith attacks. Missed it the first time. Got it back though. And fouled. First. Naz Reid, 6th man of the year. Smith, 77% free throw shooter. Good stroke, but great win for the Cavs in our early game against Philly. Dallas at Knicks, Boston in Detroit.
Celtics and the job that staff and that team has done.
They're 25 and 15. A game up on the Knicks for that number 2 spot, in Detroit. Best record in the East. Quite a gap between 1 and 2, but then 2 to 7. Everybody's kind of lumped together. We are officially in the second half of the season, beginning right now as Naz Reid gets the basket. Should be an entertaining final over the last 2 minutes and 20 seconds. Thompson out to Davison for 3. Spins out.
For 5 to start the game for 3. 6 for 22.
Action was your biggest strength. How was that displayed on the defensive end to start?
It's good. You know, still a couple of game plan things we can clean up. We gave Reed Shepard 3 looks like wide open. We can't do that. So got to clean that up. Other than that, it's pretty good.
Of your own, how do you think that you guys have been able to spread it around offensively and sharing?
Just stay poised. It's a game full of runs. It's going to be ups and downs, but the biggest thing is control. We can control and execute.
Thanks, Dave.
Well, they certainly executed offensively, but as Şengün is fouled on the drive, as Randall mentioned, they left Reed Shepard open.
You know, I think obviously Jabari Smith has worked very hard. He has shown himself takes its toll on you. And Jabari's, you know, sort of talked about that. Against Chicago, the 1 win, confident.
And we saw the lack of shooting maybe impact Jabari Smith Jr. and how he talked to the officials because he got a technical. Conley hits a long 7. Mike Conley, year 19, 38 years old, as Thompson, I think, was trying for the reverse dunk and turns it over. Here's Naz Reid, 11 points off the bench in that first quarter to lead all scorers. He's number 2 in bench scoring this year. Gobert penetrates, mauled by Shen.
Touch it at least occasionally. The 4-time defensive player of the year is going to be a little bit cheerier and a little bit more engaged defensively.
He's got 3 shot attempts so far. Made 1. First free throw of the game, no good.
North with both their projections tonight.
Now Durant from last night, he was 7 for 23 and 0 for 5 from 3. Randall 3 for 7 so far. after 12 of 18 on Tuesday against Milwaukee when he had 29 points. Shot clock inside of 5 seconds. Jalen Clark, an excellent defender, but may have got a piece of the
3 years from now. And even if they acquire the point guard of their future, or if Fred VanVleet having to make decisions, is going to raise his level on the offensive end.
A lot of Houston's problems, but the torn ACL in September. Is there a chance he comes back? Obviously, that would be a game changer. They would get a true point guard and a guy that can make three-point shots. Second chance opportunities for Minnesota, and Conley's three in and out. Here's Shepherd. Conley staying right in his grill. Şengün tried to hit him. It somehow got to Shepherd. The kick out pass and the three off the mark. Rebound Naz Reid ahead to DiVincenzo. And DiVincenzo gets the lay in his 5th point.
But there was more movement, pace, a little bit of crispness.
And as we say that, you get the overthrow. But
Lowry and DeMar DeRozan because of his big shot making.
Guy that wasn't drafted. Makes it even harder to crack the rotation. Şengün looking to attack Gobert. Backs him down to the circle, and the floater is out and rebounded by Reid. Houston shooting 37% from the floor, but only down 8. They're 3 for 8 at the line. McDaniels, who had 9 in the opening quarter, attacks, comes up short, hits the deck. Look to drive, pull up 2, no good, his first miss. Rebound DiVincenzo. Nobody gets McDaniels in transition, but he bricked the 3. It bounced right back to him. DiVincenzo. Gobert tips it home.
That's multiple possessions of 3 and 4 opportunities. And Houston do that to teams.
Houston was up 6-0 early in second chance points, but it's evened out now 8 apiece. Shepherd off the Şengün screen. Too strong on the 3. Şengün with the offensive rebound. Bounce to Tate, and the reverse layup good for Jae'Sean Tate. Played in about half the games this year for Houston. 6-year pro out of Ohio State. Ime Udoka going deeper into his bench tonight after the game last night. Gobert with a nice touch in the paint.
Daniels growing as a guy who they're comfortable putting the ball in his hands.
Gobert again impacting everything defensively. It hits. Here's Smith looking for his first points. 0 for 4 from the floor. On the baseline, he'll rise and miss. Backside board, Tate, and the stick back. 2 buckets off the bench for Tate.
And DiVincenzo a catch on the last possession, like hasn't been in the rotation.
DiVincenzo drills a 3-pointer. That's his second 3-ball. Shooting 36% from the floor. They have just 2 baskets this quarter, both by Jae'Sean Tate. But Reid Shepherd takes care of it.
Don't be soft. I'm being uncomfortable if Ime is in my face chewing me out for sure, because he can be intimidating. But the kid comes right back on the floor and gets aggressive offensively. That's great.
Tough pass there, just game. Shepherd finds Durant, rhythm 3, it's good.
And I'll tell you this. Offensively has changed the tone a little bit offensively for Houston. He's going full speed in everything he does.
And they're back within 6. Durant has hit his last 4 shots, and a push by Okogie against Bones Highland.
By Rudy that causes him to push.
There wasn't any more extracurricular activity. Second technical on Houston in the game. Good hustle by Okogie, who's still talking. So back-to-back turnovers for Minnesota after they had 1 for the first quarter and a half. Shepherd allowed to penetrate, missed the floater, soaring in there to bat it out is Tate. Durant fires underneath to Capella. Reverse layup is good.
So keep in mind here, and if you see Steven Adams, that large figure looming over there on Houston's bench, he is in uniform, but we're under the understanding that he's not going to play. And so a couple of guys getting run that maybe is a little earlier or out of sequence.
Yeah, Coach Udoka, as Randall banks it in again from that game, that because it's a back-to-back, Adams would not play tonight. But he is in uniform on the bench for Houston. Nearing 4.5 to play in the first half. Durant, mid-range, no good. Boarded, averaging about 7 rebounds per game. To go with 22 points, Randall spinning and puts up an air ball on the layup try. Durant in the open floor. High off the window and down for Kevin Durant. He's got 12. And a timeout by Minnesota.
Yeah, Chris Finch going to call a time. The next 2 guys after Dirk. What are you thinking?
And he's in year 19, but he's only 37. Remember, he came into, he could be playing for 3-4 more years. He's 5 of 9 from the floor tonight. The rest of the Houston starters are 5 for 20. Şengün has really struggled, but he does have 10 rebounds. Turnover, Houston. Reed in transition. Lob for McDaniels. And out of bounds. He caught that one right at the rim, too, but couldn't put it down. Shot clock at 5. DiVincenzo on the step back. No good. Minnesota 1 for 9 in the quarter. Another turnover. Reed all the way, one-on-one, scores, and he leads Minnesota with 13.
Person is they were very frustrated with the lack of communication and finding shooters in transition, expecting that to be an adjustment in the second half.
And an 8-1 run to end that first half for Houston. A 12-5 run, Angel, to close out the first quarter. Randall attacking and scores against Şengün.
He punishes people, but that is Julius bully ball at its best.
Randall's got 14. Reed with 17 to pace Minnesota. Houston is lost 4 of 5 coming into this game tonight as Şengün gets the basket, a foul on Randall. Second foul on Randall. It's an important stretch for Houston. They're finally getting to catch.
And below the free throw line, he is looking. His target is Alfred with a low post center with as many offensive choices as Alpi Şengün will present. He is so talented.
For later, Houston ball, chance to take its first lead. The Rockets a game out of second, or 2 games out of second. Minnesota a game out of second in the competitive Western Conference. Şengün underneath to Okogie, out to Durant, lets it fly, got it. Rockets. Houston is 7 for its last 9 from 3-point range. Conley no good inside. Şengün pushing pace. 5 on 3. Pull up 3. Off the mark. Away from passing Nowitzki and moving into 6th all time. A foul again on Gobert. So 2 quick fouls on him. 3-team foul. Minnesota's got 11 for the whole game. Durant. McDaniels got the block. Leaves for Randall on the break, and Randall count the basket and 1 for Julius Randall. From New York prior to last year, said he understands his energy, his vibe, his happiness impacts those around him, and said he's really worked on.
Make that efficient, Dave, and understand that how you show up every day, can have a negative impact if you're setting a tough tone.
Here 12 for Randall, second with the Wolves. Durant wants to take Gobert. Gobert with the poke. And now Gobert up the floor. Durant is all over him, taking his jersey out of his shorts, but no foul is called. And then Şengün on the other end missed it. McDaniels with a rebound. Gobert's down the court. DiVincenzo saw it late. Randall missed the layup, but a foul. He just saw live what we just showed the audience as Durant makes the. And Randall 5 of 6 at the line. Here's Angel Gray.
Well, guys, I know that Chris Finch wasn't smiling there. Work that he put in that you were alluding to, Dave, but also he was telling me just being more intentional with his impact with other people and understanding that there's a trust, that understanding we want the best thing for him, and he just allows himself to be a better leader this year.
He said, Angel, the playoff run last year. As wow, Amen Thompson with a double clutch and slam ties the game at 1 for Randall in the postseason. Finch said he thought in the first 2 rounds Randall was a top 5 player that postseason as he scores there against Durant. Randall has all 9 of Minnesota's points here in the first 3 minutes of the quarter. Durant, great anticipation. DiVincenzo saw it coming. Leaves it for Randall and the slam.
Boy, what a sit out from the corner and great anticipation.
Randall has 11 points, meanwhile, in 3.5 minutes as Smith gets his first points of the game. And he'll look to complete the three-point play as Gobert commits another foul, his third. 15 points last night in the loss to Oklahoma City. Averaging a career best 15 points per game on the year. Gobert, 3 fouls in exactly a 2-minute span. Will check out. Reed. Minnesota has the best record in the NBA in the month of January, 6-1. Best record in the league, along with Oklahoma City, since Thanksgiving. After a slow start, they have rounded into form. And without Anthony Edwards again tonight, his second straight game missed with a toe injury. Shot clock expires, and Durant again with excellent. Durant bumped, put it on the rim, and will go to the line, where he is 2 for 2 tonight, has 22 points.
Enter between players on the floor. Like there's just, yeah, I'm here for all of it. The pleasant and the unpleasant. Wow, 2 free throws by
best free throw shooters in NBA history. And they're going to get a Kogi for a foul. Randall for 3. Front rimmed it. Wow, DiVincenzo way up there. Durant fell down. I don't think Smith saw him. Now there's a clock issue.
Oh yeah, big time clock.
Play here and get it settled. Durant holding the back of his right leg. Durant with 22 to top Houston. Şengün, 11 points, 11 rebounds. Şengün driving middle of the lane, goes to the left and lays it home.
See what I mean about the painted area at top of the key? That slot is where those two guys are doing a lot of work.
Reed, corner 3, hit it! Naz Reed, 4 of 5 from behind the arc.
It's quick.
No shot. And we Alperen Şengün, all-star last year.
This team is 7 for 15, 7 for 16 as a team from the free throw line. That's 9 points.
Only down 2. Randall going at the chest of Şengün, and Julius Randle with the smash. 25 points for Randall. Şengün trying to return the favor, and Naz Reid with the hang and score, plus a foul. Second day's NFL. 2-point lead for Minnesota. Derrick Henry maybe.
Stiff arm.
Shot clock down to 3. Şengün in the lane, gives it up, and again DiVincenzo read it.
Footwork, his feel.
9. And he hits to complete third. Houston by 1. Bones Highland, quiet night, hasn't scored. And a foul called here as Tate. Close game. You would think he'd want to save the challenge because this is it. He only gets one more.
Yes.
Highland has been a very important player off the bench this year for Minnesota. Misses both free throws. It's contagious. Şengün working on the rookie Beringer. Looking to drive again on him. Shot clock down to 4. Stopped his dribble. Timer's at 1. Okogie has it. Swatted him. Randall going to work on Smith. And he slid that pivot foot. A traveling violation on Randall.
Oh, he had him.
Beringer settling in for what's to come from Şengün. Looking to drive on him. He backs him down. Şengün faked the behind the back pass. DiVincenzo weaving through traffic. Gathers after losing it. Shot clock down to 8. Here's Randall. Finney Smith has him on the switch. Conley, wing 3. It's good for Mike Conley.
Well, how about that guy? You know, not getting the...
That's his first 3 and the 9th for Minnesota. 6 lead changes in the game. All have come here in the first 7.5. Randall going to work again on Finney-Smith, spinning, falling away, money for Randall.
That fadeaway, Dave, the amount of separation that Julius
Want to win and trying to play physical. Shots not falling that well, but you know, we got to fight through. We got to get the offense right every time, and either way, we got to do defense.
Naz Reid and Julius Randle have 52 of their 82 points.
Quarter 17 points. It's also the most he's had in a quarter with the Wolves. As Durant drills a three, he's 5 for 5 from deep. 6-1, looking to keep it going without Anthony Edwards, who's missing his second straight game with a toe injury. DiVincenzo downhill, missed it. Gobert is there with the flush. Or if they hurry. Smith, swing to Durant. Underneath the Şengün, behind the back to Thompson. Such a gifted playmaker. Conley draws the foul, and he'll shoot two, the first free throws for either team here in the quarter. Shepherd commits his second foul. Conley knocks down the Seasson. Missed the second one. Şengün, it counts, it goes in, not what he was hoping. Şengün also has 13 rebounds. McDaniel's been quiet since the first quarter. Şengün got the deflection and gets on the floor and rips it away. Now Durant up the floor. Smith with the slam. And the Rockets have their largest lead of the night. Timeout, Wolves.
all over this good start to the fourth quarter.
Yeah, Houston outscoring Minnesota 9-3 here in the fourth. So now Durant up the floor, keeps the dribble, takes it all the way. Kevin Durant, count the basket and a foul. Shooting maybe his worst offensive night, shooting the ball 0 for 5 from 3 last night. He's 10 of 15. 3 minutes into the fourth. Okogie with the strip. Şengün will wait for a guard. Smith blows by his man, missed the layup, and to Randall. Randall in traffic, dribbles through the double, goes underneath the goal. Finds McDaniels, the corner three, no good. 7-0 run in the last 2 minutes for Houston. Here's Highland. Randall, wide open look. And Julius Randle. First personal on Highland. In Minnesota, down a weapon. No Anthony Edwards, the 7th leading scorer in the NBA, missing another game due to a foot injury. Shepherd off the back rim, and Randall with the timer down to 10. Randall back to work, and a foul on Şengün.
Oh, it looked like he pulled the chair, like he was anticipating the spin and jumped.
Is at the line where he's 8 of 9. Now 8 of. So you got Thompson, Durant, Finney-Smith, Okogie, and Randall for Minnesota. 7.5 to go, 5-point game. Durant telling Smith to get out of there. Wants to go one-on-one against Reid. Shot clock down to 5. Durant with 2, pulls up. Count the basket. A 3 for Kevin Durant.
Jaden is talking to him like, I want to stay on this matchup.
McDaniels gets to the rim. His first points since the first. Back to a 6-point game midway through this final frame. Setting his feet is Smith and knocking down the three-pointer. Smith Jr. Largest lead for Houston at 9. Reid's got the height advantage, and he just powers through the chest of Okogie. Missing. Now DiVincenzo racing up the court. Shovels to Highland, who gets a clean look to the basket, and Bones Highland finally on the board.
Kevin Durant getting his final rest. Goons was a couple minutes ago.
Shot clock down to 6. Şengün back to the basket. Bodies with Randall. Air ball on the phone. Out 49 seconds. He's got 35 points. McDaniels driving baseline, tough angle, missed it. Gobert offensive rebound and fouled. And Gobert, who's 1 of 6 at the line, now in double figures with 10 boards. Gobert silences the crowd. Big possession for Minnesota. Randall. And a foul called as Gobert was trying to catch the pass. Randall's arm and shoved him out of there. Gobert missed them both, kept alive by Reed. Şengün coast to coast. They work it around to the corner. Okogie fouled by Gobert. Okogie tried to throw the ball towards the rim.
17 for 31 is
in Indiana from Miami. And of course, 4-minute mark. Houston by 7. McDaniels off the bounce, knocks down the pull-up. None since the first period. Şengün setting the screen for Durant. Great bounce pass, KD. Şengün met in the air, and then Thompson takes the ball away. Şengün underneath for the slam. Finch not happy at all. As Şengün gets his easiest ball over 6 times this quarter. And a foul called here, almost a 7th, but and in the month of January, Reed got them both.
Where are they going? They're going to get the other 2 guys back in, I assume.
Point this season. Houston ball up 5. Both Şengün and Durant back on the court. Şengün spins against Gobert. Timer at 5. Şengün falling away. And Alperen Şengün with 2:45 remaining. 7-point Houston lead. Randall. Couple of pump fakes. His fall away is short. And Durant wants it at midcourt. He's got 35. His season high is 42. Durant hits the cutting Smith. Stops at the elbow. Okogie, corner 3. Rebound Gobert now. 7 here in this 4th quarter. They trail by 7. Durant. Pull up 3. Kevin Durant can't allow Minnesota to hang around. Deep post, Randall, count it.
2 remaining, but you got to navigate this.
Thompson hangs. Gobert with the good defense and the quick outlet. Randall up the floor. Julius Randall with the slam, and it's a 3-point game. Edwards out again tonight. Durant working on McDaniels.
Oh, they're going to get
3. Here's McDaniels off the Gobert screen. Driving on Tate, goes to the left hand and draws the foul. But McDaniels missed on Tate.
In your closing unit now, if you're Ime Udoka, and say somebody else step up and make it. Can Jabari be that guy?
Smith trying to free up Durant on the screen. Randall and McDaniels both hanging with KD. Shot clock at 8. Durant driving, moving to his left, gets bumped and missed the shot, but will go to the line for a pair. McDaniels picks up his.
It's like Kevin Durant is using his off arm.
17 in the NBA for the future Hall of Famer. Both free throws go. It's a 4. Naz Reid, 25 points on the night, shovels to Randall. Randall puts it on the floor, spinning in the lane, stripped by Smith. What a great defensive play. Tate comes out of there with it. .30 seconds on the game clock. Shot clock down to foul. With Durant and DiVincenzo shoving each other, and now a foul is Durant. So a season high for Durant, his most in a Rocket uniform.
That scoring average.
They'll chase Thompson, make him get it up the floor, and he throws it away. Randall will get the dunk. 3 seconds left. They're going to need a quick steal. They're out of timeouts. They'll need to make a 3 and get fouled. Okogie trying to inbound. And the foul comes from McDaniels. And you pull even with Minnesota in the loss column. 2 back of second place in the West. Final score from Houston, the Rockets 110, the Timberwolves 105. Behind Kevin Durant's third.